Now, originally, I wanted this series of .txt videos to be about the lines that have or had no lore to them while making them, since they're the ones I actually made .txt videos about. But fuck it, when have I been consistent about rules anyway? So here's the lore for the Fifth Avenue lines called BDEK.txt. There's no actual .txt file about them, it's just a name convention. The first traces of the current-day Fifth Avenue lines actually started with the WPT, a small extension of the Caligun, then called Bayview, line from Calgary Street to Houston Landing and Roshian Street in Potatoburg, opened on September 18, 1908, called the Houston Bridge line. The line will mostly be used by local trains only. The line will be extended south and made its own line on June 2, 1914. Going down to Pennsylvania Avenue, the line will be used by a new shuttle running back and forth and became the 2nd Avenue line. A year later, after an incident that may or may not be canon, the East End line would open on June 24, 1915. Connecting to the 2nd Avenue line, the shuttle will be extended to the new line, no longer as a shuttle. A decade or two later, the PID would make its 2nd and 3rd new line, running on 5th Avenue into the financial district in Cadland and in Westpatod along Garcia Avenue to H&P Terminal. Alongside this, the 2nd Avenue line will connect to the new line south of 16th Street. This brought 3 new lines. The Double D, which ran at all times except for late nights from Intervale Square to 57th Street, the E, which ran express during the day from H&P Terminal to 77th Street, and the rush hours only Double E, which ran from 77th Street all the way down to Alberta Turnpike on the Cunningham line. The service to Ridgeworth Island was given proper designation too, the B, making it a PID line. In 1935, the 5th Avenue line would receive a pretty small extension from 77th Street to 80th Street, coming with a special entrance to and from the Vizian Museum of Harley History. The station was named and styled after the museum. On May 13, 1936, the Waterside Boulevard line was opened by the WPT in Cadland. And now that I'm reading that out loud, that's a bit of an oxymoron. But anyway, the line connected to the 5th Avenue line via a new lower level at 57th Street, running to 76th Street in Waterside. B and Double D trains were extended to the new line. A couple of years later, on February 10, 1949, a new single-track shuttle was opened running from 76th Street to Park Place. With the opening of the PID Blockway line on September 16, 1950, the Nephrite connection will be constructed for the CC Nephrite loop to 76th Street. Now sadly, the smooth sailing ends here, as on July 12, 1965, 76th Street station will get obliterated by an exploding firework. B and Double D trains were shortened to 57th Street, while CC trains were suspended. As the station was beyond repair, Waterside Yard, which was just behind 76th Street, would be downsized to fit a new terminus, which became 78th Street, Northeast Cadland. A year later, the Park Place shuttle would be discontinued due to how useless it was at that point. Some small changes around this time. The Double E now goes to H&P Terminal at all times, while the Double D is made to only run weekdays. On December 11, 1972, the last major extension on the 5th Avenue line was finished, extending the E and Double E to 94th Street, Union Turnpike in Cocoa, Jamaica. On September 23, 1978, the LaGuardia Airport Express would begin service, running from Alberta Turnpike on the Cunningham line to 46th Street in one direction only. This service would be discontinued in 1992. But while the LGX was around, the well-known bullet redo happened. Now the B and Double D, which later became the D, are orange, while the E and Double E, which later became the K, became blue. While Union Turnpike was the last extension to the 5th Avenue line, the Waterside Boulevard line was not quite done yet, as on September 10, 2022, the East Waterside extension was finally open, extending the B and D trains from 78th Street to 104th Street, Rantar Plaza in Crash Pond. And that does it for the B, D, E, and K. I'm kind of hoping that this would become just a one-time thing, kind of like the 8 review, since, well, it's not really a .txt video if the source didn't come from a .txt file, isn't it? But anyway, this is the end of the video. I'm Awares, and thank you for watching.